Now let's dive deep into the big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Larry Farber, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Elijah Manley's Democratic campaign raises $275,000. Fort Lauderdale's member of the LGBTQ community, Elijah Manley, is making waves in South Florida and beyond with his bold grassroots run for Congress. Since launching his campaign on February 4th, Manley has raised a staggering $275,000 from over 11,000 individual donors, every one of them from everyday folks across all 50 states and Washington, D.C. Manley, a progressive teacher and longtime activist, says the momentum is building for real change. He said, quote, "South Florida's working families are getting squeezed more every day. Our campaign is showing we have the momentum to fight for and win a better future. Our campaign is showing we have the momentum to fight for and win a better future," end quote. Sorry. He's challenging Representative Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick, who's facing a congressional ethics probe and a state lawsuit over her family business over $5.8 million in missing taxpayer funds. Elijah Manley isn't new to advocacy. He's fought for public schools, queer rights, voting access, and a $15 living wage. He says, quote, "The incumbent's political and legal scandals have robbed District 20 voters of our voice in Congress for years. It's time to end the national embarrassment of a corrupt healthcare CEO representing the seat in Congress. I'm not afraid of standing up to entrenched power," end quote. Well, looking at some of the press on this, you're fully responsible, whether you're in the middle of a campaign or not. And while this happened before, I think it was a big error, and that should have been caught. When you're the CEO, you're responsible for, interfacing with your financial people. And you can't tell me that was a little oversight.
Yeah.
We need somebody strong. We've talked many times, the people sitting at this desk have talked about having LGBT leaders coming into Congress, and we need to support someone like this as a candidate.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Well, and Elijah's going after all our pockets, like what, the necessity is. Like people are not making as much as they were. Everything is costing a lot more, right? People are not focusing on the fact that insurance for homeowners in Florida has skyrocketed, that insurance for car insurance has skyrocketed. Florida used to be an easy place to live, right? We only had one tax and all that kind of fun stuff. And now our rentals are just as high as New York prices. And I know that most people don't believe that. I am from there. Trust me. Our prices in Brickell and in Miami are now $3,000-$4,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. That is Herald Square prices in freaking New York. All right. And that is where we're at right now. And Elijah Manley is going after that, right? He moderated a town hall, on high utility bills. Mm-hmm. Okay. Something that I don't see many candidates doing. All right. And he said, we won't pay higher light bills just to boost corporate profits. I need somebody like that. I need someone that has his boots on the ground, knows what's going on, can smell the desperation, right? Because we're desperate. We need a leader that looks like us, represents us, and can get us more money or can help us save some money. Because things are going to get tougher. Budgets are going to get tougher. Things are going to get a lot more expensive than they are now. Like I went to Walmart the other day, not to buy anything, but just to look around and see like, oh, China, this comes from here. This comes from there. All these things that right now we pay this for is not going to be that anymore. Moving forward. So we need Elijah's to come on in, I get it that he comes from the world where he's like, all you people F this up for all these years and now we're left with this, right? But he's ready to do the fight. He's ready to fight wherever he needs to. He's already raised almost $300,000.
That's incredible.
That's incredible for a 20-something-year-old. That's amazing.
I was just going to say, to be that young and to raise that much money, it's so inspiring. And we definitely need leaders like this, because the Democratic Party, let's just be honest, I just don't think that we're in it, with these elections. We need a better strategy. We need a better plan. And I think we need better leaders coming into this with new ideas. And these young people, somebody like, Elijah, that is looking at every single issue that's here in Florida, not just LGBTQ, but all around.
Yeah.
That's the person that I want to.
Well, and I think he's going to touch a lot of younger voters. You see a lot of voters who are middle-aged. I mean, a lot of candidates candidates running who are middle-aged, and you have someone young and energetic like this, and he's not just looking out just for our community, he's looking out for all of his potential constituents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congressman Elijah Manley.
I like that.
And he sits around this table all the time.
Right?
So
I like that.
We need him back.
So that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.